Hello and welcome back to the Film Crusade. I'm Ben.
And I'm Sam.
And I'm Aiden.
Yeah, today we are joined by special guest Aiden because today we are kind of doing a part two of our recent episode where we talked about our favorite actors and directors. We are doing more of a deep dive into Christopher Nolan. Aiden here, you're a big Christopher Nolan fan, right?
I am indeed a big Christopher Nolan fan. He is probably my favorite director, I would say.
Well, you're in good company because he's my favorite director, and you're in bad company in person because Sam's an idiot and he's his number 4. So
I like Christopher Nolan, but I just like some other people.
Who's your number one?
Spielberg.
I mean
That's
that's
fair,
fair.
though. That's
But
fair, though.
yeah, so today we're just going to talk a little bit more about Christopher Nolan. We were doing a little bit of like searching before the episode started, and we noticed that he has fully directed 12 movies. And the first one was in 1998 with Christopher Nolan's The Following. Out of the 12, I have seen 8 of the movies. So
I've seen 7.
I've also seen Seven as well.
yeah. Of course, the first one of his that I've seen is Batman Begins. Of course, gotta start with the Batman trilogy, and then I think the only biggest two that I haven't seen of his is The Prestige and Memento. Those are the biggest two that I need to watch
Yeah.
of his so far. But yeah. So yeah, I guess just to start things off, we can talk about what is your guys' favorite Christopher Nolan movie?
Cool. Mm.
I should thought
So I'm between two.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to say it's either Interstellar
Mm-hmm.
or The Dark Knight.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
we can deep dive later. But
Yeah.
Ben, what is yours?
My number one, and this is pretty easy because I've talked about it so many times before, but my number one is definitely Oppenheimer. But The Dark Knight is definitely probably my second, and it used to be my number one until Oppenheimer came out. So, yeah, my number one is definitely Oppenheimer, though.
Oppenheimer and Interstellar are up there. I think the nostalgia of Interstellar has me hooked on Interstellar.
Yeah,
So I'd say that's probably my number one.
yeah,
But Oppenheimer's definitely up there.
yeah,
Yeah, they're all honestly amazing movies, and it's
Yeah.
kind of to think about like
hmm
how they're so close to each other. I mean, I'm a little lower on Oppenheimer than most people, I'll say.
again, 'cause-
Um, you, you know what? You just want to make this just YouTube this episode?
No.
whatever you want. Yeah, no, I think just the one thing is that like the interesting thing about Nolan is just about like each film kind of has a somewhat different genre into it and a different feel, but I feel like the one thing that's just kind of constant throughout with him is just kind of the grandiose of his projects. You know what I mean? Like you just kind of feel some kind of like grandeur in each. You know what I mean? Especially I would say in his later films. Like
Yeah.
from like Interstellar onward, you just kind of feel like this constant like hum of like excellence. I don't know if it's entirely excellence, but like it's just there. Like it just feels like you're watching a movie a step above any other movie. I kind of feel like you know, sometimes it's not always the most coherent of a movie. You get movies like Tenet and Inception where they're a little bit harder to understand. And then you get other movies that are a little bit more straightforward. Like, of course, his Batman ones, I think, are not really hard to understand. But I still think each one has nuance to them. I think that's kind of what I'm thinking, is just how nuanced his films are, compared to just regular movies.
Yeah. One way I like to talk about Christopher Nolan movies. I mean, many directors like they make movies.
Yeah.
But Christopher Nolan, every single one of his movies, they aren't movies; they're films, and it's like high acclaim, high cinematography, high like everything about it is at the tip top of like of all movies of all time. Like
Mm-hmm.
everything about it is peak. The way they direct it, the way they cast it, everything is chosen so meticulously to bring out the best in each aspect of the movie, and it just makes them, like you said, a step above.
Yeah. I think just also just like something to that point is just like the cast. Like he is really good at casting his movies. You know, I don't know if that's entirely him. I mean, of course, he probably has a casting director that works for him, but like I don't know. I feel like almost every time whoever's in a movie, they're perfect for that role. You know, and I mean, you have such great actors that constantly collaborate with him. You know, Cillian Murphy is in like I think almost every movie he made. Um, Michael Caine, Tom Hardy, like those are just some names that he constantly has around him, and they're great actors. You know.
Yeah.
So I think it's a testament to one, the eye for talent he has, and then two, just how good of a director he is, that like these high level actors want to keep around him. You know what I mean? They want to keep collaborating with him. They want to keep working. So yeah, I think that's just an interesting thing that comes with him as well.
Mm.
Yeah. And then another big thing about Nolan, I think, is his music. So he always has he normally collaborates with either Hans Zimmer, or nowadays it's more Ludwig Göransson. I think the past two movies I want to say I think he did both Tenet and Oppenheimer, has been Ludwig Göransson. So I guess the next question I kind of have for the both of you is, what movie has what Christopher Nolan what Christopher Nolan score is the best to you guys? What movie has the best soundtrack?
I'll let Aiden take this one because Aiden's a big soundtrack guy.
Uh, Again, it's between Oppenheimer and Interstellar for me. Man, I don't know what to choose though. I think overall, if you're thinking about all the songs, I think that Oppenheimer has a better soundtrack, but I think that Interstellar has like better songs mixed in, like overall better songs. But if you're looking for an overall better soundtrack, I'd say it's probably Oppenheimer.
Really? I would have said the opposite.
Honestly,
Really?
I would have said the opposite as well.
Because I feel like, I mean, this is just my opinion, but like I think like Cornfield Chase on its own
Mm-hmm.
is kind of like, I don't know, and I can't remember what's the one where it's spinning.
No Time for Caution.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's also a really good one on its own.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair, I don't really listen to Oppenheimer or soundtracks in general.
Yeah.
But I have had to listen to some of them for to make some Instagram reels for Crusade. I used the No Time for Caution one for Instagram reel, which was fun. But you listen to like the Dark Knight ones a lot, don't you?
That's Gabby.
No, it's Gabby.
That's
But you
Gabby.
also listen to Interstellar.
I do. Yeah. I think the thing about Interstellar is I don't like how I shouldn't say I don't like it. I think they have a lot of repetitive, like they all kind of
Yeah,
go
that's
around the
true.
same tone of Cornfield Chase the da 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 da.
That's actually
Like almost every song has that aspect to it. And Oppenheimer has a little bit of that. They have like the
Yeah.
but like it's in different tones.
Yeah,
And
it's
it can
kind of
be
like
different songs. Yeah.
Can You Hear
And
the Music?
like,
That's kind of the basis song.
yeah, right. But I think like they have the song Fusion, which is with Louis Strauss and his character.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different tone. It doesn't have that part of Can You Hear the Music to it, like the other ones do. But I think that Oppenheimer is overall.
Were you about to pull up Spotify?
Yeah, I am right now.
I think
I was thinking the same thing.
so. I was thinking kind of like you as well. I was going to say it was definitely between Oppenheimer and Interstellar for me. I would have actually probably said Interstellar a little bit more than Oppenheimer, just because like Cornfield Chase and No Time for Caution are just really good songs, and I think they're just honestly they have a bit more cultural relevancy. I mean, I know that Interstellar is older of a movie than Oppenheimer, but still, like you hear so much from Interstellar nowadays than you do from Oppenheimer soundtrack, even though it's more recent. I mean, can you hear the music is a really good song, but like I would probably pick Cornfield Chase and No Time for Caution over that.
how does the Dark Knight one go? Because I every time I think of Batman, I actually go and think of the Matt Reeves one
Oh,
because
really?
that one's very iconic. But I
Yeah.
can't think of how.
Boom, boom,
Boom, boom.
boom. The Dark Knight goes the. It's like do, 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 and then it like
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
like that.
And then I will say the Joker's theme in Dark Knight is also really good. The just like the crazy string,
Yeah.
the violin like just string pull in that one is really really good. I mean that's crazy iconic as well. Um, but you also get movies that like I couldn't tell you what the soundtrack for like Dunkirk or Inception is. Like I don't really think like there's much like there's good movie in those there's good music in those movies, but like I don't, like I just don't really remember those. You know what I mean? But like Oppenheimer, what?
Like Time and Inception.
Oh yeah, I guess there is that one. Yeah,
That's a really good one.
yeah.
I don't know Inception that well. See, I watched Inception like
See, that's one that I
just
just
on like coming up on movies, like when I started watching them a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I just maybe it was either that I was confused or I just didn't like it.
Mm. I think if you like, here's the thing about Christopher Nolan movies: you have to pay attention
Yeah.
in order to understand what you're watching. Which is I do when I watch
Yeah.
movies. I pay attention because like I want to understand the story. But that one you definitely do need to pay attention, and even in the ending, like the twisted ending, you're like what?
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of his most underrated movies.
I would say so too. I mean, it's extremely popular, but I feel like people don't talk about it as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The weirdest thing for me, the funniest thing is that like, people think of like Nolan as an extremely confusing director sometimes. Sometimes his stuff is like I said earlier, sometimes his stuff is more straightforward, sometimes his stuff is more crazy. For Inception, it was weird. Like I understood it. Like I was not confused in Inception for some reason. Like I totally understood what was going on and happening like most of the time. And I know that's not like the common experience, but for some reason for me, Inception, like I was like, oh, I totally get it. And like
Yeah.
I guess the biggest thing is just the twist ending, but even then I'm still like I'm pretty sure I know what happened. Like I still kind of like interpret and feel like this is the easiest solution and stuff like that. So I guess
Sure.
that's a thing we could talk about is thinking back to Inception. The biggest thing for Nolan was the biggest question for Nolan for the longest time is was the top going to stop spinning or was it going to continue spinning? What do you guys think?
Honestly, I don't remember what that means.
Is he still in a dream or is he in real life?
I still,
Do you remember the ending?
I don't.
So the ending is he finally got to see his kids.
Yep.
And he walks out to his member the spinning top.
Yeah, I do. I see. That's one image that I remember. I do remember the top.
Yeah.
I just don't remember like what it all means. Like I know.
If it keeps spinning, that means he's in a dream. If it stops, that means he's not in a dream.
Oh, and people
So when he walked away to his
slowing down.
yeah, when they walked away to his kids, it was still spinning, but it like jiggled a little bit, if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
and ended. So leaving it up to interpretation if he was still in a dream or not.
That reminds me of X-Men Last Stand, where like Magneto moves the piece with his mind. That's really you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is interesting. I should definitely rewatch it. Maybe who knows? Maybe I'll rewatch it tonight.
Yeah.
Watch it tonight.
Or watch Tenet. I feel like I should watch Tenet.
Yeah, I need to rewatch Tenet. I've only seen Tenet once, but that's one that's like, oh my gosh, I do not know what's going on in this one. But
Really? Is it really that awful?
what?
Is it really that awful in terms of like not being able to understand what's going on?
Oh yeah, it's bad about like I no, like I think it's a good movie, but like it's like 100% like, oh my gosh, I can't understand what's going on in this, because a lot of it, because Tenet, the biggest thing is that like stuff is going backwards and forwards in time at the same time, so you kind of don't understand it. And then like there's this
That's weird.
there's this big twist at the end that like kind of like makes everything like what the heck is going on in this even more. But like and like you get like these really cool set pieces where like people are going forwards in time and backwards at the time at similar times, so you can't really tell what's going on at some points. But yeah, no, that one's really good though. I've only seen it once. I saw it in theaters when it came out, and the biggest things I remember from it is just like Robert Pattinson and John David Washington had like really good chemistry. But that's the most I could remember from that from watching Tenet.
Yeah,
Conversion.
yeah. The
Yeah,
premise of
inversion. That's what it's called.
revolved around the concept of time inversion, where objects and events move backward through time instead of forward. This phenomenon is used by a secret organization, Tenet, to prevent future attacks on the present. The protagonist, a former CIA operative, is recruited to Tenet to trace the origins to these objects and their connections to the potential future threat.
I'm trying to figure out like how does that work? Like everything moves backwards in time while everything's also moving forwards.
So
So
there's a
like
machine that inverts you.
That's odd.
Yep.
so is he walking backwards while everything's happening?
No, he's walking forwards. Everything around him is going backwards.
Got it. But
Yeah.
like are we following two is the premise that we're following two characters, one character that's moving forward at one time and moving backward at another?
No. They're going forwards in time. They're trying to stop people going back in time.
That's interesting. I'll have to find it.
But like a biggest thing is also just like days remain the same if you're going forwards or backwards. It's not sped up. So like a biggest thing is that like a character has to go back in time and he goes back years in time. He had to live those years.
So like if he's in the present, then it's so present day.
Yeah.
And he wants to go back in time. So this is their way of time travel. They reverse time so that he's living backwards so that they stop that event from happening.
Yep. So kind of what it is like
that makes sense. That makes sense.
the person walks into the machine spins them around and spits them back, so they're going backwards in time. So like the day is flowing in reverse, but it's not sped up.
So
He's Denzel Washington's son?
Yes, David Washington is Denzel Washington's son.
So does that mean that like he can't communicate with anyone?
He's got like radios, I think, that can talk to people, but I'm not entirely sure on that one. I don't.
So how do people like perceive him?
They don't.
Oh, so he's like
Or well, maybe they do.
nobody can acknowledge him because they don't see his presence. Like how does that work?
I don't entirely remember because I know they fight people who
I
are
think
inverted.
I think you just need to watch
You need
it.
to watch it. Yeah, it's also been a long time since I've watched it, so I need to watch it as well.
Did you know he also played football for the Rams?
John David Washington? Really? That's crazy. What position?
Football for the Rams.
How long?
Long enough to get drafted, I guess. That means he played it in high school and college.
Number one result was how long has he been in jail?
I don't think he's been.
4 years. He was on the Rams as an undrafted free agent.
Wow. What position?
Looks like running back.
Wow. Huh.
He ran back in time.
Never. That's interesting.
Great. Thank you for that one, Sam. I will say though, one thing about Tenet is that like the opening action scene is like one of the best action scenes ever. Like they're in this really cool opera house and like it's insane. It's really, really cool. So that's one of the plus sides of Tenet is the action scene.
Okay, so that'll open the next question then.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Christopher Nolan scene? Shoot, there's so many.
There are so many.
Oh my gosh! I have to look at the movies.
I think I kind of have it.
Say it.
I'm thinking of the opening of Dark Knight. The bank heist with the Joker is really good. I like that one a lot. I think that's probably one, and then two is probably the Trinity test from Oppenheimer. That one's really good as well. Also, I would say also the Strauss crash out, where
yes, thank you so much.
where he's crashing out at his two aides is really good, and then Alden Ehrenreich at the very end is just like says something extremely like quippy, or not quippy, but like extremely like it's like a perfect pot shot, and it's like it just is a good end to the scene. I think that's the scene that won Robert Downey Jr. the Oscar, is that one scene, because he plays it so well. But yeah, Strauss's breakdown, that's also a good scene.
So
Which I need to rewatch Oppenheimer because I have not watched it outside of the movie theater.
what?
I've seen it. I saw it 3 times in the movie theater. Have not watched it since.
I bought it right as it came out.
No,
I didn't
I
care.
own it. I literally own it. It's in. See, I have a. You can pan down. It's in that drawer right there. I just haven't watched it. It's still in its wrapping, but I own it.
Bruh.
So I mean, none of my favorite scenes are in Oppenheimer, but I think I just really need to rewatch it. Honestly, I think I'll be a little higher on it once I rewatch it. I
Funny
typically am higher on Christopher Nolan movies upon rewatch. I mean, I liked Interstellar the second time better.
I need to rewatch Interstellar. Yeah,
Have you only seen it once?
I've only seen it once, and I was kind of high when I watched it.
Wow. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, you said because it's not high in the sense that you think that we think.
Yeah, I was high on painkillers.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not take that out of context.
Clip that.
Cat?
Yeah, I was
Bro,
extremely.
you were on the perk, weren't you? You were on the Percocet.
No, I was like, oh, I was on so much medication at that point, but yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
when you watch, that's an experience being high. I think Interstellar. That is crazy. I gotta try that.
I remember it was fun. I liked watching it. No, I mean it's really good. Like
You're watching the scene of it spin, and all of a sudden they're spinning.
yeah.
Like, whoa. Whoa.
That's funny.
Yeah. No, that's just my funniest story that I tell people. I was like, yeah, I really need to watch Interstellar. The first time I watched it, I was high. Like, but definitely not.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a caveat, but yeah.
So my favorite scenes are number 2, the docking scene, probably.
Oh yeah, from Interstellar.
I mean that scene in like when they're on the planet with the water.
Miller's
But
Planet, I think that's called.
That's a really good scene. But my favorite scene is definitely the interrogation scene in The Dark Knight.
Oh yeah.
Good one.
I am
Gosh, there's so many good scenes.
There are. That one.
Every single one I hear, I'm like, oh yeah, that's number 1, and then I go, ah!
Yeah, I think honestly that might be better than the bank heist scene. That one's really good.
because I had to analyze that. I analyzed that scene on my own. Just because I wanted to analyze it and write about it. Like,
oh gosh, when he gets punched and he starts laughing, it's so
good. Yeah, it is good.
All acting by Heath Ledger.
It's the power. The way you can get the power shift of the room just based on how they're positioned.
Uh-huh.
It's so crazy. Like just one small camera pan, like just to move a little bit, just shows how, despite being beaten up, the Joker is still in the power.
Well,
he still has power.
He's still in the power also because Batman's getting more chaotic as the scene goes on, and that's exactly what he wants. He's getting more angrier, and he's getting more, because like Batman starts the scene calm and cool, and then he just goes off the handle, and he's just like, "Where are they?" Like that's
and the strings while everything's happening.
Yep. Yeah, I think now that I'm thinking about it more, yeah, that one's definitely the best Nolan scene. I think
It's so good. I mean, it's what that I feel like that scene alone probably won Heath Ledger the Oscar.
Yeah, posthumous.
I gotta after this. I'm like getting to watch it now.
We watched it like 6 months ago.
I know. I gotta watch it again. Oh my goodness. No, not the movie. Just that scene. Just that scene.
Well, I think also just there was something recently, like they released like pictures of like Heath Ledger's journal that he had He kept trying
Yes,
to take
that's
him.
not.
Dude, that was like, it was like demented. Like, it was crazy. Like, it was so in character that I'm like, what am I reading here? You know what I mean? Like, it was messed up. Like, and like, it just like, it's like, it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time, because like it gave such a good performance, but like it makes me feel so sad, because just like what happened to him after is just so like, it 100% like it makes sense what happened. He went to such a dark place and he just, couldn't get out of it. Like, it makes me so sad. And I think just a problem with just a problem with the Dark Knight is just like, it's so hard to watch sometimes, just because of like knowing what happens to Heath Ledger. It's just like, there's just there's an extra air of sadness to it, but it's just he's so good in that movie, and it just makes me sad of what more we could have gotten out of him if he survived.
Yeah. If he did win that Oscar, I'm sure everyone would be so upset. That would be crazy.
No, seriously, he deserved that Oscar. I mean, who else was nominated?
I think the only notable other person was Robert Downey Jr. for Iron Man 3 or Iron Man, and he was nominated for Iron Man in whatever movie. I think it was Avengers or
nominated to that category.
Yeah, it was Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, but Iron Man wouldn't have been supporting actor.
So it was probably Avengers then.
Well, no, I know, because Dark Knight is 2008.
No, it was for it was.
It's not for Tropic Thunder. It's not for Tropic.
No,
Thunder.
he won that.
Yeah, he won that.
I could have sworn there was something about Heath Ledger posthumously beating Robert Downey Jr.
Because it was 2012, unless he was in something else.
He was up against Philip Seymour in his role in Doubt, Josh Brolin for Milk, and Michael Strahan for Revolutionary Road.
That's it?
Oh, Shanahan, not Strahan. I was like, Michael Strahan? That's crazy. I was like, Strahan's not an actor. That's wild.
It's a football player, not an actor.
So what was Robert Downey Jr. Oscar nominations? It probably was no.
Supporting actor in 2009. What was that one?
Well, we're looking for 2012.
No, we're looking for 08, 09. Dark Knight is in 08.
No, that's Dark Knight is 2012, I think.
No, that's...
Wait,
Sam, I'm literally looking at it right here. It says Dark Knight's in 08. You're thinking of Dark Knight Rises.
I was looking at it too, but it said... Maybe I just completely ignored the...
You looked at Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, okay. So yeah, 2008 is Tropic Thunder, so yeah, it was Tropic Thunder.
I was going to say, I remember watching the clip, and like, he beat out Robert Downey Jr. posthumously, and I think Robert Downey Jr. was crying not because he lost, but because it went to Heath Ledger. Like he was.
I remember that. I do remember part of that.
Wait, he didn't win that? I thought he did.
No, I think that I remember. I gotta watch the video. Like, I remember Heath Ledger beating Robert Downey Jr. posthumously. Like, that was the biggest thing I remember.
Yeah, no, because he won the nomination, or he got a nomination, but he didn't win.
No, he did not win any awards for Tropic Thunder.
Did he win the Golden Globe?
No, he didn't win any award. I just said he didn't.
Oh, I
didn't
most
say
things,
my
Sam.
favorite
Most
team.
things
I got
are
to
that
think of my favorite team. I think.
I'm just being so rude to him. It's fun. It's funny. You dropped off, right? Like that was tech problem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, total tech problem, right? Yeah. Not because I'm being extremely rude to Sam this episode for no reason.
Sorry, that went over my head. Favorite scene.
Sam, stop being rude to our guest, man. Let him speak.
I think I have 4 notable ones.
Okay.
The Robert Downey Jr. one, after he just got totally shown. The Joker one, the interrogation scene.
Fantastic. Anything Interstellar.
It was Interstellar. I have to choose one. I want to choose more of an emotional one. I think there's a difference between there's scenes that I like that are action, and there's scenes that I like that are emotional. The scene where he sees Murph when she's older.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good.
You're talking about the one where he's like watching the videos. Yeah,
Yep.
I was thinking about that one too. That one is extremely good acting from McConaughey on that one.
yeah.
And I feel like I can't leave out "Can You Hear the Music." I feel like that's just
That is a really good scene. Yeah.
such a good scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are mine.
Oh yeah, I would agree with that. I think for me, just after hearing that, it's probably interrogation scene, and then I would go interrogation scene, bank heist, and then probably Trinity test. Those are probably my top three.
The Trinity test is when they were doing the bomb, right?
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I thought the Trinity test was the most underwhelming part of the, like.
Really?
I was. Then again, he does like natural like visual effects, so it's not CGI.
Mm-hmm.
But like, the atomic bomb was an atomic bomb, and they just kind of made it like.
You know what? You know what I was waiting for? I was waiting for like my seats to start vibrating.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if they have the
But
tech for
you know,
that.
I wanted them to make it 4D, and then all of a sudden I just blow up.
Right.
So, but I get what he was like trying to do, show the detail of it, and like how sound travels slower than light does. I get it, but like I don't know. I was just expecting, especially when the music like pans up, pans up, pans up, pans up. I was expecting like a boom.
And then it just
like-
drops. Yeah.
Yeah, which I thought that was cool. I don't know. I don't know what I need different,
I
but
think what was so weird about it is that you'd feel like a moment like that would have like some spectacular soundtrack, or like something just to like really draw you in more. Like besides obviously the visuals, but it didn't add anything else.
Yeah.
Because that moment was silent, and then we got the boom. But like I feel like because it's all build up. Like everyone comes to that movie honestly because they want to see an explosion.
Yeah. They want
Like
to see the Trinity
that's
test.
the reason why. That's the reason why most people went to see the movie. And you get to that moment, and it's drawn out really long,
Yeah.
and then you're expecting this huge like. I mean, obviously it was really well done, but like I think I was expecting a little more.
yeah, I appreciate the quietness though. I think it added like a more artistic like way of seeing like, oh yeah, this guy just created something that literally destroys like our entire planet.
Yeah.
Or
Well, I also
and like
like the,
reflects on them being like, oh yeah, like
Those scenes where he's reflecting on it,
yeah.
those are my favorite scenes.
those two. Oh my god.
Those are my favorite scenes in Oppenheimer.
I was literally thinking about that is like the one where he's giving the speech and then like it all like quiets out and like it goes white and like he's like he's walking through the crowd and he's like stepping on a skeleton and like oh my god,
Yes,
that one is
Under the
good too.
Futures.
Yes, no, the scene of him getting yelled at by whatchamacallit? What's the character's name?
Matt Damon,
No,
Einstein.
Strauss or not Strauss. Oh yes, where they're doing he's trying to get his security clearance redone.
yes.
And they're picking
Who's
him
the-
apart. I can't remember
Yes.
the guy's name, but like he's yelling at him, and like it all goes white and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a good scene
That's a
too.
good
Okay,
scene.
I'll add that in there. I rewatch that all the time. That's such a good scene
Yeah.
too.
I played Robert Oppenheimer in a high school video.
No, did you really?
Yeah, I built an atomic bomb in my grandparents' basement out of. You know what? Play the clip.
No. Play the clip. I don't have access to the clip.
I'll send you the clip. But I put Eye of the Tiger over me hammering at a garbage can, and when I was watching the movie,
You wanted Eye
Oh, I
of the
could-
Tiger over the Trinity test?
yes, one Eye of the Tiger, and then boom. Because I thought about like going up to my grandparents' roof and throwing the bomb off.
How did you make a bomb? Was it just a garbage
It
can?
was two garbage cans glued together, and I painted it green, and then I put cardboard on the end.
To make the
It was really funny. And then I had one of my friends play. Who's the president that year?
Harry Truman.
Truman. No, Eisenhower.
No, it was
No,
Harry
it
Didn't
Truman.
Eisenhower approve it?
It was Truman.
What did Eisenhower do? Or he did.
Eisenhower was after Truman.
It was out. But he played and he was like, so you dropped the bomb in this place, and I was like, no, we dropped it in Nagasaki, and he was like, dude, you were supposed to drop it. And then it was a really funny bit, but
I think I'm gonna have to see it in order to start laughing.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to see it in order to start laughing.
Yeah. I think just two things I just kind of want to think about is also just kind of the build up to his guilt is kind of interesting, because like at first he doesn't think about it at all, like he doesn't care, and then I think A, once he sees it, and then B, once he hears what happens about it, then he starts getting guilt, because you get characters here and there that start getting more and more like, hey, what are we doing, because like I think there's like a he's like out for like a walk or something like that, and he sees a flyer at Los Alamos about like we're having a meeting about like the morality of the bomb or something like that, and like he goes and he kind of breaks it up, and he's like, what we're doing here is important and stuff like that, and it's we're stopping it from getting into others' hands. And then like I think there's someone that comes up to him like after they hear word that they dropped it, and he's like, did you really think they weren't going to ever use it, and stuff? Or maybe it's when they're shipping it off. They're shipping it off, and he's like, do you really think they were never going to use it and stuff like that? And then it all comes to a head when he's giving that speech that, like, we won, we made the bomb, and it's successful, and it worked and stuff like that. And then, like, everything goes white, and he sees just kind of, like, the fallout. He sees all the, like, the charred skeletons, and he's walking through the crowd. Like, oh, it's amazing. And then I think it also just helps is just like the one scene with Truman where Truman just calls him a crybaby. Like it's so well put together. Like I don't know, I mean it's 100% all true too, but it's so masterful to see it all put together. And I mean also like the black and white versus the color dichotomy, that's beautiful to watch as well. Strauss is all in black and white, and like the modern stuff is more in black and white, and then the color of the past, like, oh, that's so cool to watch and stuff like that. So yeah, no, Oppenheimer's great. I need to rewatch it. I need to watch probably most Christopher Nolan movies. I think the only ones I'm probably good on not rewatching is probably the Batman ones, just because I've seen them so many times. But even now,
I think one of the most rewatchable.
Yeah, even now I need to rewatch Dark Knight. Like yeah.
Would you say those are the most rewatchable?
Interstellar.
Interstellar is rewatchable. Yeah. Because like every single time it's like an experience, and you're taking new things every time. So it's like they are very rewatchable movies.
Yeah.
Because like I'd assume with Inception, the more you watch it, the more you understand.
Yeah.
Obviously with Tenet, then the more you watch it, the more you understand. Like Interstellar, like one big theory about Interstellar is that the more you watch it, the more you like it.
Yeah.
That's something my freshman roommate told me, because his favorite movie was also Interstellar. He was a huge Interstellar guy. He's like watched it maybe like 10 times in a couple of years or something. But yeah, I just feel like they're super rewatchable. But honestly, the one I've probably seen the most is probably The Dark Knight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something. Huh. Probably wasn't.
You have a Christopher Nolan movie in your top 3 movies of all time, or no?
What was that?
Do you have a Christopher Nolan movie in your top 3 movies of all time, or no?
Yeah, Oppenheimer's my second favorite movie of all time.
What's your number 1?
The Batman. Matt Reeves' The Batman.
Oh my god, there's no. Okay. What's yours?
Whoa, hold on, you want to make a comment?
No, I don't hate on The Batman at all. I just think that that's your number 1 favorite movie of all time. Is like very shallow.
Is what it is.
I feel like there's so many better movies, but like I get it at the same time. So you like the Batman better than Dark Knight?
I do actually. I do. I guess it's kind of the breakdown is just kind of like it's like The Dark Knight is like a masterful movie, and I think like objectively it's the better movie. But to me, I like the Batman just because it's like it's a better Batman. It's a better
Yeah.
Batman movie. Whereas The Dark Knight's like an amazing like if you could. I mean, I'm not gonna say it like this, but you could probably like I don't actually view it like this, but like you could probably take Batman out and like plug in like a cop or a detective or something like that, or like just like a normal vigilante or something like that,
Right.
and it would work totally fine. You know what I mean? But like you can't do that with the Batman because the Batman is about him. But um,
Something we've always talked about is how it's that the Dark Knight trilogy is just it just has the skin of the Batman.
Yes.
It's Christopher Nolan's own story.
yeah, basically,
The Batman's got the meat and all that.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Batman has like it actually makes Gotham.
Gotham.
Well,
Yeah. Whereas the
Wow.
Dark Knights are just like Chicago or like New York.
it's just like Chicago and New York,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
So I don't have any Christopher Nolans in my top 10, but this is my top 10.
I think I remembered what I was gonna say, and this is kind of more towards you, Sam. Is you know how much I hate Leonardo? Well, I don't hate, but you know how much I don't like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah,
Why not?
Christopher Nolan makes him good. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a big Leo guy. Like I think he's fine, but like I don't really think he's ever that big of a standout whenever I watch him. Like
I think I'll like.
I think he totally is. I very much disagree with that. I think whenever he's in the movies, I think he just stands out as an actor.
I don't know. He doesn't wow me. It's just like, I just whenever I'm watching a movie of his, I'm just like, I mean, I like him, but like I like just whatever else is around him more than him. I think whereas it's Inception, I feel like it's more that I like his performance in that one, but still. I think another thing is just well, I mean, I've talked about this a little bit more is he screams like Oscar baity, like he's only in it really for the Oscar. I don't like that, and I mean, I understand it, but like, I don't know. I'm just not a big Leo guy for some reason. He doesn't really hit for me.
See, I'll like him a little bit more once I turn 26.
It's a good one.
Then I'll feel safe.
And you'll feel safe.
See, I think he was actually really good in Shutter Island. Have you seen that?
I've not seen it.
Shutter Island.
I have not.
That is a fantastic movie. Honestly, I'd say it's one of his best performances.
Yeah.
It's so underrated. I mean, it has an amazing plot twist. I can say that. I would highly recommend it. This is one of the movies that could feel like Christopher Nolan could have filmed.
Yeah.
Like it's like it has the plot of something that he could film, or like Prisoners. Like it's on the level of that.
Yeah.
Like you're like, wow, this is something incredible that he's done. He's the main character in Shutter Island. He's like a detective solving a case on this island. And he gives such an amazing performance. I can't say anything else because otherwise I'll spoil huge things about the twist.
Yeah.
I can't say.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think another thing just with Nolan that like I like is that
That's crazy, actually.
what?
He hasn't seen The Revenant at all.
I haven't either.
He hasn't seen Titanic.
I have not seen Titanic.
I haven't either.
Oh, what?
Yeah, no.
See, I haven't seen a whole lot of Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, I actually haven't seen Wolf of Wall Street.
I haven't either.
I don't think I want to watch that one. I think my moral code kind of refuses to allow me to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like because I also don't know what the movie is, so I don't like want to know. I don't know when I'm gonna have to start skipping things.
Mhm.
You know. So I'm always kind of weary on that.
I do like him in Great Gatsby.
He's good now. Yeah.
He's good in that one, but like I feel like I just like everything else around him more,
Fair.
But
That's fair.
yeah, I think just another thing. I lost my train of What was I thinking?
Ooh, the action scene in Inception where everything's spinning, the
Yeah.
room is spinning. That's
Yeah,
a good
that's
one.
what made it. Yeah. I think the thing that I like also is just like I like it when a filmmaker or an actor or something like that is actually really passionate about what they're doing, and like you can definitely get that from Nolan. He's doing films that he's passionate about, especially nowadays. Like I feel like the past three movies, or well, maybe not Tenet, but Dunkirk and Oppenheimer and then the Odyssey are stuff that he's doing because he wants to do it. You know what I mean? Especially
Yeah.
Oppenheimer. Like that was the biggest thing with Oppenheimer is that he read American Prometheus. It was a biography about Oppenheimer, and he got so immersed in his story that he just wanted to make that movie. You know what I mean?
You mentioned Tenet too. You mentioned Oppenheimer and Tenet.
Yeah, exactly. I just think that I like when filmmakers do passion projects. Whoops, and I feel like most of his movies are passion projects, and that's what I just love to see. Someone really interested in their craft and really interested in the story that they want to tell, that they do it. So I think that's another big thing with Nolan for me.
Yeah, he definitely cares about everything he puts in. I mean, he's currently, as of now, doing something that's never been achieved before. Um, Shooting a movie that's fully with IMAX cameras. I don't think that's ever been done. Um,
Did Oppenheimer do that?
nope. No, every single scene in the Odyssey is going to be IMAX.
Hmm.
And that is something I'm super excited for, meaning like everything is going to be the highest of high quality.
Here's the thing, though. We really don't even be able to experience it because we don't have an IMAX theater around here, so it's not like it really.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Well,
That shows it in the IMAX film? No.
No.
oh, well,
It's in Max. That's the nearest one, I think, is in Madison.
I think I have one. There's one in Milwaukee.
I don't know about that one. Definitely not in Green Bay. I can tell you that much. There's like 2 movie theaters in Green Bay.
I really was going to go and drop all the way down to Madison when they re-released Interstellar so I could watch it in the IMAX. But I didn't.
The coolest thing is that in 2020, when there was no movies coming out, they re-released a bunch of movies, and I saw The Dark Knight in theaters. That was fun to watch.
That is cool.
Maybe I've never actually.
Yeah, you haven't. Whenever you say shot in IMAX, it usually has to be at a
Well,
specific.
they have like this one dedicated area in the Marcus Theater, so that's like a completely different screen in it, and they normally typically say that's IMAX.
It's super screen.
They do Super Screen Deluxe, yeah.
Super Screen Deluxe. That's not the IMAX.
But it's
It's
in
just
IMAX.
a bigger screen.
Well, Ben, when we go see Odyssey, we gotta go to Madison.
I think it's in Madison.
Or I might be in Ohio, but you never know.
Well, then in that case, I don't think I've ever seen anything on IMAX.
Madison would make sense. There's probably one in Minneapolis.
I feel like there's gotta be one in Milwaukee. Why would there not be one in Milwaukee?
Yeah, you never know.
All right, back onto the topic of the Odyssey.
Yeah.
His next upcoming movie, my most anticipated movie of 2026. I mean, Ben, you and I, we have talked about it plenty. But I don't think I've heard many of his thoughts on the Odyssey. So,
Wauwatosa, Wisconsin.
Wauwatosa. That's a suburb of Milwaukee.
That's the nearest.
that's not super far from where I live.
Yeah, is that on the same side of? I think it's on the opposite side of Milwaukee of you, isn't it? Or no?
It's on the west, like a little bit southwest, I think. Maybe
I thought
northwest.
Wauwatosa is on the north end of Milwaukee, but I could be wrong. I don't know Milwaukee very well.
It's a little bit west of Milwaukee.
Yeah.
AMC Mayfair Mall 18 at IMAX.
Well, I know where I'm gonna go see it. Or I probably will just go see it in the Super Screen Deluxe.
I guess I've never seen it, but I don't know what's the difference really.
I've heard that IMAX is the best way to see like a movie, but I guess I've like never seen one.
It's nice about picture quality, but like, yeah.
What if it's like actually like a whole different experience?
I wouldn't mind going to see it.
I wouldn't mind going to see, yeah. But
how much is it like a jump in price?
It's probably more expensive.
Sure, yeah.
It's gotta be.
Got probably what, $20-$30.
Let's see, a
Probably
ticket
20.
for.
Because like people always talk about like wanting to get a slate for IMAX theaters,
Yeah.
or like Doomsday and Dune are fighting over that slate.
Oh, it's actually not. It's only $15.
$15
Dang.
To watch Sinners in IMAX. I haven't watched that.
It's an IMAX.
Why is Sinners out in IMAX right now?
I haven't watched
I
it.
I feel like Bone Temple would have that slate right now.
Yeah, you'd think Bone Temple or Marty Supreme would probably be at the end of its run for IMAX. So
Yeah.
but
Supreme.
yeah. Anyway, yeah.
The Odyssey only comes.
On the Odyssey. I used to be a big Greek mythology nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Like third grade, so I'm hyped for it.
Me too.
To see his rendition of it. I think I, like and many others, had preconceived ideas of what it's going to look like, and then seeing it in the trailers, I didn't care what it looked like. I thought it looked cool regardless. I think the ideas are his, and whatever his, how he shows it is how he shows it. It doesn't really matter. It's a myth. It's a myth. So who cares?
I think that's yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
keep going.
I don't know about anything. I'm excited for it. I think it's my number one most anticipated of the year too. So
Yeah, I mean, I've told this to Ben, but the Odyssey is my favorite of all time.
really, isn't there like 5?
Well, there's like books within the book.
Mm.
But there's the Iliad, which is like the prequel to the Odyssey,
Yep.
which I would like to read, but there's no way I'm going to be able to read that before I finish or before the movie comes out. So I'm currently reading through the Odyssey, right, rereading it right now. But I absolutely love the story. I love all the different iterations of the story. I mean, Ice Age, Continental Drift is a take on the Odyssey. If you didn't know that,
I didn't know that.
did you not? It's when you think about it, it is. I mean, when they get onto this little iceberg and then they start floating off the sea, and then there's the little mermaids, and then there's all these different things that are happening.
I haven't watched that movie in a very long time.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't even know if I could tell you if I've seen it or not.
And then there's Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? That's another take on the Odyssey, which is a hilarious movie. I love that movie. I watched it again a couple months ago. But I love everything in the Odyssey. I love Greek mythology. I'm currently taking a class where I get to read the Odyssey and talk about the Odyssey, and I'm reading it. I have to read it again, so I'm technically reading it twice before it happens, or before the movie comes out. So I'm like fully stocked up on anything Odyssey related. Just for this, I mean, not just for this movie, but like I'm so.
Imagine if it's a letdown.
I know.
Well, that's why I keep telling him. I keep telling him he's not gonna like it. I 100% think he's not gonna like it.
I'm gonna be really upset if I don't like it.
No, I know you're not gonna like it. I'm like pretty.
Especially
sure
since all the actors in it are like great actors. I mean, I think Tom Holland is my only concern, because he's disconnected from Hollywood a little bit. But and also we've really only seen him in like very few things, and early things aren't great.
But the thing is that like I feel like the thing with that is that like if Nolan didn't think he could do a good job, he wouldn't have casted him.
Yeah, see, I agree with you.
Because Nolan doesn't. Because Nolan doesn't.
That's what I'm thinking. Because the Zendaya Tom Holland thing, like, why? Like, I feel like that's almost like a. I'm not saying it's a risk, but it's like, what's the point of doing?
Who's she playing it? You know?
She's playing like
Athena.
Athena. Oh, no.
Really?
Well, the thing is that like
I've read the Odyssey, but I can't remember a dang thing.
I think the thing is that like I don't think he falls into stuff like that though. You know what I mean? Like he casts for a reason, and I don't think he would have casted either of them if he wasn't confident in either of their skills. You know what I mean? Like
it was a very intentional cast, and I want to make sure that it's done right. I'm just like it's like I don't want it to be the same as it is in Spider-Man because I don't like their relationship in Spider-Man.
They don't either. I like it's
Well,
mid.
I don't think Zendaya and Tom Holland, like Athena and Telemachus, that's not a romantical relationship. So I doubt it will be like that.
not, but like like the chemistry of Tom Holland and Zendaya in Spider-Man is isn't in my opinion not great, which is why it brings me concern that they're gonna have to have some form of chemistry on screen in the Odyssey. So I'm like, they have to step it up if they're gonna do it in the Odyssey. See, that's where the concern comes in.
Yeah. I think that's just kind of the biggest thing too, is just like, a lot of people are like, like have high expectations for how it looks, what's the story of it, what's the music of it. The only thing I really have high expectations is the acting of it. Like I have huge expectations for Matt Damon as Odysseus. Like I know he can do it. I mean, Matt Damon's my second favorite actor. I know he can do it, but just like I just can't wait to see how he plays Odysseus. You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest thing is I'm looking for is the how are these actors going to do it? Are they going to do it well? And is John Bernthal going to be like, let me tell you something? That's just what
Yes.
Let me tell you.
So looking forward to John Bernthal as Menelaus.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, like,
it's perfect for him. He's a
brute.
brute. He's a jerk. That's all Menelaus.
He's gonna be such he's such a good pick for that. Yeah. And also, I'm such a big John Bernthal fan.
Me too.
I'm a fan of anything he's in. Let me tell you something. Hey, let me ask you something. But yeah,
Matt Damon's gonna Robert Pattinson as the lead suitor. I forget his name, but I think he'll do a good job too. And that's someone I'm really interested, even just for the future of Nolan, of doing. I think Robert Pattinson's going to be a big collaborator of Nolan going forward as well, because they started working together with Tenet. And I think the only reason he's not in Oppenheimer is because of the Batman. He couldn't do the Batman. He couldn't do Oppenheimer because of the Batman. They were filming at similar times. So I think going on further, I think Robert Pattinson and Christopher Nolan are going to be working together a lot more, and I'm excited for that too because I'm also a big Robert Pattinson fan. So,
who in the film do you think? I mean, so I can list off some actors and actresses who are working in the movie.
Travis Scott.
Yeah, Travis Scott. Who do you think? So Christopher Nolan is it's like a theme of his to like bring actors in from past projects.
Yeah.
So I'll read off some people, and do you think whether or not you think they'll like be in more projects?
Yeah.
I mean, Matt Damon.
I think he will be. I think Oppenheimer and Odyssey will both prove that like he's going to be a mainstay coming forward, and I think Matt Damon likes working with him.
Yeah, so there's Tom Holland and Zendaya. I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is a one-time thing.
I could see Zendaya being a one-time thing. I could see Tom Holland doing more if Tom Holland does a good job.
See, here's the thing. He said he wants to finish acting once he's done. Once he has
People say that, and then like they want to do more. I take stuff like that with a grain of salt. Like going back to we mentioned football earlier. This is going to be a huge side tangent. Puka Nacua said that he was going to retire at like 30. People say that, but like when it comes to it, are they actually going to? I don't know. I take that stuff with a grain of salt.
So yeah, I mean, a few more people: Robert Pattinson, Mia Goth, Anne Hathaway. I feel like she could return a lot. John Bernthal.
Anne Hathaway's already done stuff with him, so like I feel like.
I mean, Matt Damon was in there still too.
Well, yeah, Anne Hathaway has an amazing relationship with Christopher Nolan. Yeah. So Benny Safdie, Charlize Theron, Lupita Nyong'o. I can't really remember how to pronounce that, but yeah, she's great and
Black Panther.
Ooh, Ryan Hurst is in it. Ryan Hurst.
Yeah, I forget what it's supposed to be.
Ryan Hurst is in Remember the Titans.
Ryan Hurst is in Remember the Titans?
Ryan Hurst.
Yeah. I know he's in Walking Dead, and then he's also in God of War. He's Thor in God of War Ragnarok. I know that.
Yeah. I like him. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited about the Odyssey.
Yeah. So yeah. Any final thoughts for you guys?
No.
Nolan movies are great.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna watch a Christopher Nolan movie tonight now.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does in the future too, because like I think before he did the Odyssey, I really wanted him to do a Bond movie because he said he wanted to do one. Of course, that's going to Dennis Vaudeville from now on, but I'm just excited for whatever Nolan movie comes out, and I will 100% go see it in theaters. So yeah.
Question for you: if there's like one kind of movie that you'd want Christopher Nolan to make, what would it be? Like if he had to do something after the Odyssey, what would you want to see from him?
I don't know.
Because I'm trying to think like
I can't really think of anything either.
like what would be like. I don't know if I'd want him to do another superhero movie because superhero movies are kind of all down.
I don't
No,
want him to do
I
it.
don't think he should do another superhero movie.
He doesn't want to do another one anyway.
I think he should do like a very like. Have you heard of the movie About Time?
Mm-mm.
So it's like I don't or like I'll take another example. We Live in Time.
Oh yeah, Christopher Nolan in a rom-com. I don't know about that.
No, but like a really introspective rom-com where like it kind of messes with time, but like it's like it focuses on the like a romance that's like really like difficult or like. Do you see where I'm going with this?
No.
No.
I feel like that's too small scale for him, especially with what he's done now. I feel like that's too small scale. He doesn't follow characters that specifically.
Find a way to make it big, grand.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think that in the past like 10 years, he stuck a lot with, which I'm a huge science lover. Like science is my favorite school subject ever. I'm a big physics lover, so like Interstellar, Oppenheimer, like those are super big movies for me. I would like to say do more of that, but I also want to see him do something different because he's had that pretty consistent. And like time thing, like Tenet was a time thing too. That's more physics stuff. So I like how he went with the Odyssey, something different.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see him continue doing like different stories and different, I don't know, just something cool like that.
Maybe another like spy-ish kind of movie, like Inception or Tenet. Like I feel like that would probably be good too. But I feel like he might want to shy away with it just because of how Tenet performed and stuff like that. So I don't know. See, the thing is like, you know, before Odyssey came out, before it was released that he was doing the Odyssey, I wanted him to do Bond, but like I don't think he really can do Bond anymore. So I honestly, whatever is next for him, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
See, if there was one thing I could wish list, it'd be something where it's like it's a cross between James Cameron and Christopher Nolan, where like James Cameron brings his specialty of visuals, and Christopher Nolan brings his like masterpiece of like
story,
everything grandiose and story, and they work on something. I mean, obviously James Cameron's getting really old, but they work on something for like 10, 15 years, and then we get the best movie of all time.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't care about not getting another Christopher Nolan movie for like 15 years if that meant that was going to happen, because then I'd be in my 30s, or like my late 30s, and I'd be like, this is going to be peak.
Dang, that dude could be in his late 30s in 15 years. Right there.
But I don't know if I'd want to wait 15 years, but
I don't think I'd want to wait 15 years either.
But do you think Avatar 2 is worth the wait?
I haven't seen any.
You haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen any Avatars either.
I mean,
I've seen
don't really
like all my family can start watching the first one, and I'll like walk in and see a little bit, but
they're very visually appealing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
see,
and the story's great. I mean, the first one, the story's great. I mean, it's like you're watching a better Black Panther, honestly. That's really like that sounds bad, but like that's honestly like it gives the same vibes, like story wise and things.
Wow, so you hate black people?
All right, we like the blue people in Avatar. So actually, I'm defending them. All right.
There was like no collection of black people, but okay.
I don't know. I'm not a big James Cameron guy. I feel like he's just kind of a jerk, but I need to see his movies more than anything.
I think you should watch Avatar. Avatar is actually really good.
Yeah. But yeah, all right. I think that's that's about everything. Thank you so much to Aiden for joining us, and we will see you in the next episode, which will probably be our Valentine's Day special. So, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. That cut out, so I don't know what you just said.
Good.
All right. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.